There had been an acceleration to forest conversion, particularly outside the forest reserves, and forest degradation within the forest reserves associated with overharvesting of resources over the last 30 years in Sabah. These trends have resulted in the progressive loss and degradation of much of the biodiversity in the forest landscapes. In the process, the protected areas, including the three of Borneo's most important protected forest reserves, Maleo Basin, Danang Valley, and Imba Canyon, have become increasingly threatened by ecological isolation. In mid-2012, the government of Malaysia and UNDP-GEF kicked off a 6-year project on biodiversity conservation in multiple-use forest landscapes in Sabah, Malaysia. The 261,264 hectares project landscape, which is a production forest reserve class 2, is a contiguous block of multiple-use forest landscape that is for natural timber production, industrial tree plantation, and conservation purposes that form an important connection landmass to the three renowned protected areas. Under a business-as-usual scenario, the protected areas will become increasingly vulnerable to fire during prolonged droughts, potentially from the surrounding degraded forests. The Government of Malaysia UNDP-GEF project was initiated with an objective to institutionalize a multiple-use forest landscape planning and management model which brings the management of critical protected areas and connecting landscapes under a common management umbrella that is sustainably funded by revenues generated within the area. The project is expected to achieve its objective through three interconnected and complementary components. The first component focuses on strengthening Sabah's policy framework to mainstream biodiversity and to finance its conservation within the multiple-use forest landscape, along with support to improve institutional capacity. The second component involves demonstrating how to operationalize the multiple-use forest landscapes management concept with lessons learned to be made available for replication throughout Sabah and elsewhere. The third component focuses on developing innovative sustainable financing options appropriate to the land users within the project landscape.